Hi, welcome back to my channel, Cosmic Insight Astrology. My name is Christina. All right, guys, if you have an Aries rising, Aries sun, or Aries moon, this is your October 2022 astrology forecast, Cosmos weather. All right, let's see what October going to hold for you. So I'm going to start October 1st, and October 1st, we're going to have this beautiful Venus in 2 degrees opposing actually Jupiter here. Jupiter is in retrograde and it's in Aries. Venus in its own sign, so it's really strong here and it loves to be here. 7th house is your relationship, 1st house is your own body, that's your self-esteem. 1st house is actually ruled by Aries, and the 1st house is ruled by also Mars, and that is, like it's the way you, that is your courage, that is your physical attraction and self-esteem. And the 7th house is one-on-one relationship. So what can happen this day? So definitely when the planets are in opposition, there is a challenge, a conflict during their conversation in heaven, right? So Venus and Jupiter loves to party. Jupiter is expensive. Jupiter wants to spend money on herself, himself, want to party. And look, Venus wants to be with you. So it's going to be a conflict, and actually it's going to be a verbal conflict. Why do I say that? Because Jupiter is in Aries, and Aries ruled by Mars, and Mars right now is in shadow retrograde in Gemini. So that is representing a verbal conflict, and actually it's in your 3rd house, which is also communication. So a verbal conflict with your significant others, because the significant others wants to spend time one-on-one, and you want to party, and you want to travel, and you want to spend money. All right, so that is the conflict around. And then let's see, we're going to have actually on October 2nd, finally, Mercury is going to stationary direct. When a planet is stationary, retrograde, or direct, it is actually really close to the Earth. So whatever aspect it makes, whatever, it's going to be really significant. It's going to be magnified, the aspect and the benefits or the challenges on us. So for you, actually, that is in your 6th house. So what can be under a magnifying glass? Your communication. But it's in Virgo. Mercury loves to be in Virgo, right? Because it rules Virgo, but it's stationary direct. So it could be something like you will need to reconsult something with your colleagues or with your tenant, or it could be some kind of difficulties coming back actually from the workplace where you're working at. And it also could representing, because 6th house also your head, and Mercury is the messengers in the body. So it could be some kind of endocrine issues in the body, hormonal imbalance. And 6th house is actually Virgo actually is the womb, and this is the 12th house, is the cosmic womb. So womb and cosmic womb. And the reproductive system itself, it is like 8th house matters, but Virgo, yes, it could represent the womb itself. So, Mercury over there, stationary retrograde, you might going to have to talk to someone, a doctor, about your health, or about your yes, like getting a second opinion. It could be like getting a second opinion from a doctor. Okay, on October 6th, we're going to have this Mercury already in direct. It's going to trine Pluto in Capricorn, 26 degrees. So Mercury is still in Virgo, and it's going to trine Pluto. It's in your 10th house of reputation, 10th house of career. Okay, it is a really beautiful conversation between the two planets. It's without any challenges. Pluto is transformation. Pluto is power and power struggle also, but in Capricorn, it's definitely powerful people. So Mercury, it's not in retrograde anymore on the 6th. And let me animate this chart actually. And I'm going to go by this. So I'm going to go, not September, but October 1st, 2022. And then, all right, and then go by this. So let's me go to the 6th. All right, here it is. Yes, so this is beautifully showing that trine between the two planets. And it is some kind of conversation with a powerful person. And it could be some kind of work-related conversation. It could be something like at work, somebody who is in position, a CEO, a boss, going to actually promote you, or it's going to be like, all right, you know, you're gonna be on stage and you will need to do a speech, and out of the 1,000 employee, we will choose you because you have a really good speech ability, and you can be actually a motivational speaker, but we are giving the promotion for you. So that's very welcoming aspect, definitely. Or it could be like, all right, I want to have a promotion, and this is a great time to ask for it, because these powerful people going to actually support you. So the boss or whoever you have to ask the promotion from going to support you. But also, you know, 10th house, and especially in horary astrology, it could represent the doctor, it could represent the authority figure, and then you can have a medical consultation or a second opinion, asking a second opinion from someone. All right, so then we're going to move forward, and we're going to go actually on the 9th of October, which is the full moon. And the full moon is going to happen actually 16 degrees 33 minutes in your sign areas. So it is in your first house. And you know, the full moon is when the moon and the sun opposing exactly to each other. So that's an axis here, in pairs, and you know, the opposition sign. And the sun is in Libra. So that is about something about balance, again, in relationship or in business partnership or one-on-one friendship. And the moon is always, a full moon is always coming with completion and with ending. And it is something about the way you look, the way you are. It is almost like, I'm done the way I am and I want to reinvent myself. And it is something about actually about beauty, because of, or you know, like Libra also judgment as well. And Libra brings in judgment as well. So it could be like, listen, you know that I'm going to be more self-critical with myself and I need to lose weight, or I'm you know, like I'm ending something, the way I present myself to the world, because it's not working anymore, and that area in my life, it's ended, and I'm going to reinvent myself. On the 10th, or actually on the 11th, we're going to have Sun trine Saturn. So on the 11th, we're going to have Libra, Sun, and Saturn trining. So it's again without any challenges. It's Libra, which is again, we were talking about that relationship, balancing, hormonal balance in our body also, and judgment relationship. And Saturn in Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Aquarius is really an independent and rebellious sign. Also very, you know, they can invent, and they like UFOs. They really different and very original. They have a lot of insight. Saturn is actually restriction, but with this trine, it's representing a structure, it's representing discipline, and it's representing also like endurance as well, and work stamina as well. So this trine could give you like, I'm not tired anymore, I'm going to have more energy, I want to work on my core muscle, and this trine is giving you some kind of long-term relationship perhaps. So It could come from a friendship, and it could also bring in, for some of you, from a friendship zone, a husband or a wife. So it could bring in a permanent relationship, a marriage proposal, and an older person in your life as well. All right, so what else we're going to have? We're going to have on the 12th. The 12th is going to be multiple aspects. We're going to have Mars square with Neptune in Pisces. Mars is in Gemini. And we're going to have Mercury opposition with Jupiter. Mercury opposed Jupiter a few times already because it was in retrograde. So when Mercury opposed Jupiter, that is some kind of actions and a leap of faith in when you are communicating, you overreact or you see something impulsively or without thinking, and you can regret that later. And then Mars already in shadow period in Gemini, and then Neptune is in still Pisces, and look at that. So Mars is definitely restless over here, and Neptune is in your 12th house. 12th house could be hospitalization, something unseen, something hidden enemy. So Mars, because it's also gonna go to retrograde soon in October, and it's already very close to this retrogradation, it's representing this like a hidden enemy is going to start to gossip about you and actually going to find out about this hidden enemy, and it's going to create some kind of like anger or verbal fight, verbal conflict as well. But Mars is also surgeries, representing surgeries. 12 houses, hospitals as well. So it could be something. Neptune is something in the water, in the body, restraining water, retrain water, and it could be due to a surgery, something like that, or maybe because of Neptune is in retrograde, it could be like maybe you're going to need to stay in the hospital over, like a little bit longer what you expected. But it could be also, like, what is the Gemini in the 3rd house? It could represent your throat chakra and your thyroid, something with thyroid storm, thyroid inflammation. And it's need to get adjusted. You need to go to the hospital. You need to find a doctor for yourself, or you're just going to schedule an appointment, or actually you're going to fight with your doctor who did a surgery on you. So because of you are not pleased with your surgery. All right. So then you do have Venus and Saturn trining on the 14th. So Venus and Saturn trining. Venus is love, it's attraction, it's beauty, it's jewelry. Venus is actually, Venus has two sides. It has the darker side, which is all material, and the lighter side, which is love. But then when it's going to trine with Saturn, that is, here it is, Venus and Saturn. Look, Sun trined also, Venus trining Saturn. It is definitely like the love in my life, it's going to become permanent, or and it could be a new love, but it's going to become permanent. Or it could be like, when maybe I lost my mojo, I lost the attraction before for my significant other, but right now it's going to get more deeper and stable between us. And then what we have over here, I wanted to mention also on October 10th, we have Mercury already went in Libra, October 10th, and we also had multiple planets and asteroids going direct, stationary direct. So October 5th, Vesta stationary direct, and Vesta is in Aquarius, 22 degrees. So Vesta is here and it's conjuncting with Saturn with 22 degrees, but actually let me see, 4 degrees between a planet and an asteroid, no, then we don't consider that to conjunction. No, we don't. But then also Pluto on October 8th is stationary direct. So thanks God, a lot of planets, and those are outer planets, but like it's still stationary direct. So it's still significant change in our life. And actually it is in your 10th house of reputation and career. So it's more powerful here. So you might have to hold back your power, and right now you can be really forceful, because when it's going direct you can be forceful again. Yes, so that is definitely love, and it is establishing a love, matchmaking, or finding some love through internet also, but it could be matchmaking as well. And then on October 17th, we're gonna go when Mars and Sun going to actually trine. And Mars, is the warrior. And Mars could be very evil, though. Here is the Sun, 24 degrees, but they're going to trine. That is really hot and dry planet, both of it. And they love each other. They are friends. So, here in Libra, in relationship and the third house, like it could be like very good communication between you and your partner, or even if Mars is restless in Gemini and could be like impulsive, but you initiate a talk with your business partner, you initiate with a talk with your partner, and it's turning out to be really beneficial and beautiful, because the trine is a without challenge aspect. And then on the 18th, we're going to have actually Venus and Mars trining. So one day later, Venus is going to go to 24 degree and trine Mars in 24 degrees. Venus and Mars, the ultimate lover. That is like the beautiful relationship. It is also Mars's sexuality as well. So you might going to go to therapist. Seventh house could mean therapist as well. Venus going to talk about your sexual issues with the therapist between you and your partner. Okay, so then we went on the 18th. On the 19th, we're going to have Pluto and Sun square. That is power struggle. That is like questioning, who am I and where is my lead? And like in my work, in my career, I need to take charges, and I need to get my power back. So that is a little bit uncomfortable, and it is like make you uncomfortable and make you challenge. So, but then this challenge is always good, because it's always make you to initiate a change. So at your work, or it could be something between your partner and because of your work. So you got promoted, right? Or you got a position or something like that, and your partner doesn't like it because you are far away from the partner. Then on October 20th, we're going to have Venus square, because Venus is right by there, you see, like Venus here, by Sun. So that is going to be probably also it's gonna combust, because it's a conjunction, so it's gonna combust soon. And then let's see. It is almost like this is a square between Pluto, so it is like my work and my beauty. So someone actually, it could be a sexual harassment from work for you, or your significant other going to be jealous because you are beautiful and you also get really powerful at work. And it could mean that as well, like, all right, like I don't like the way it is because of all the eyes are on you, and I'm being jealous at this moment. And let's see what else is happening. So October 22nd, we're going to have Venus and Sun conjunct. Yes, that's what I said. October 22nd, 29 degrees. It is a really karmic degree. It is ending a period. So relationship matter. So when those are conjuncting, that is like somebody's sun, somebody's light is actually eclipsing, not eclipsing out, but shining through my beauty. So I am beautiful, but I don't feel beautiful because my significant other, it could be more powerful or shining more than I do. And right now they don't see me because of everybody is watching him or her. So they don't see my beauty. But Sun is really like in the seventh house. Conjunction could go either way. It could be very positive or very negative. In this matter, I truly believe somebody is overshining you, and it's going to be a little bit difficult on your soul. On October 22nd, also Mercury going to trine Saturn. So Mercury in 18 degrees with Saturn. Saturn is limitation and restriction. Mercury is communication. But because Saturn already went direct, and because Mercury also direct, and also this is a trining, very welcoming conversation between those two planets, it is representing some kind of humanitarian project. And it could be a business partnership, a one-on-one relationship, but either your significant other is helping you to build a non-profit, or introducing you to his social circle, her social circle, where you can open something up, which is going to be a humanitarian project, or talking to about a case that is humanitarian, right? And then it could, and the other thing is what's going to happen, that's October 23rd, we're going to have Saturn station direct, yes. So the 23rd, Saturn is stationary direct and going direct. And then October 26th, no, actually on the 25th, I wanted to talk about the partial solar eclipse. And solar eclipses are usually positive. It's going and bringing an unexpected change, and it's a turmoil, it's chaos, it's coming unexpectedly, but most of the time it is welcoming. So it could be like, it depends what house it is going to happen, and because of the eclipse, it's going to happen in your 8th house. It could be something for your inheritance, something with inheritance matters, or will, or other people's money, or investment, so, or sexuality, or pregnancy. So it could bring in actually an unexpected pregnancy, which later on going to be welcomed for you. It could bring in some kind of like, for example, you were locked out from some kind of inheritance, but right now they're going to include you in a living will, or situations like that. But October, when let me see, when Sun went to Scorpio, October 23rd, Sun already went to Scorpio. So this day it's already on 2 degrees in to Scorpio, and it's still conjuncting Venus, right? So this partial solar eclipse, it is a new moon, right? So it's a new beginning in 8th house matters, all the taboos, pregnancies, surgeries, anything with your reproductive system, a new beginning. It could be, it's an eclipse, so it's also could eclipse out something. So it could be like an ectopic pregnancy and eclipsing out. It could be something like, unfortunately, it could represent something like a miscarriage, or you cleaning out your wombs and everything because of you need a hysterectomy or some kind of things like that. It could represent, and especially in Scorpio, right? Okay, guys, and then let's see, but it's gonna turn out positive. So it's maybe you needed a hysterectomy, but it's not cancer, so you don't need chemotherapy. So that is a positive news in this, definitely. And let's see what else is going to happen. Let's go to the 26th if we have any other. Yes, we're going to have Mercury and Mars. So here is Mercury and here is Mars, and they're going to trine. So that is a positive conversation between you and your significant other. You're going to be supported. Somebody is willing to be there for you, a significant other or a friend, and helping you through some kind of challenges. So that's definitely beautiful over here. Initiating some kind of project in your neighborhood. It could be like you are being advocate for something, and you're going to get a friend who is going to help you with this project. Okay, and on the 27th, we're going to have 27th, we're going to have Mercury squares Pluto. That's power struggle again. And the 27th, that is here in your 7th house of business partnership, one-on-one relationship. And Pluto is again just what happened between Sun and Venus before, but right now it's a communication issue. So somebody not willing to listen to you at work. Somebody is not willing to listen your work. So maybe you're working a lot, you want to talk about that because you got promotion, and then your significant other has been up because you're always talking about work, and there is going to be a conflict between that. And then on October 29th, we're going to have Mercury also going to, let me see, October 28th, do we have something? Yes, Jupiter entered Pisces 29 degrees, went back to his sign. Okay, so it's going to start to conjunct with Neptune again. I mean, it's not going to be a tight conjunction, but it's still a miraculous healing. In 12th house matters. 12th house is the unprivileged, 12th house is hospitalization, but it is a miraculous healing, bringing in a miraculous healing. And on the 29th, we're going to have Mercury enter 0 degree Scorpio. Scorpio is the taboos, death, sex. So you might going to do another will, you rewrite your will, or finding, people to raise your children, or living will that is like, will with your parents. Something could be also with inheritance, like, or actually Mercury is contract. And the 8th house is bank and mortgages and insurances. You might go into, because before you were not necessarily pleased with a surgeon or whatever. So it could be a medical malpractice, and you're going to have some kind of contract that you're going to sign for medical malpractice. All right. And then we also had on October 30th a major event coming, and that is Mars going to go to retrograde. So October 30, 29, it's already stationary, very, very strong in your third house of communication. There is going to be a lot of verbal conflict. There is going to be conflict with a sibling, most likely a younger sibling, because third house is younger, or a cousin, or it could be a neighbor, a huge fight with a neighbor or a friend. And then the 30th, it is retrograde. Already 30th night, it is retrograde already. So, and it's in your third house. So you can actually assume some kind of conflict with a friend or neighbor or sibling. Unfortunately, that could be impacting you. All right, guys. So that was your October cosmic weather areas. If you like my channel, then please subscribe and like my videos and comments. What would you like to hear? Just let me know, and I'm gonna make a video if I have time. And I'm going to wish you a safe October. Don't forget, eclipse started already, guys. And it started on the 25th of October and November. Everything going to be very fast from now on. And November 8th, the lunar eclipse, the total lunar eclipse, going to bring in really significant changes and unpleasant changes. And then just hold on tight and try to be positive and try to meditate and like imagine the world to be better for all of us. All right. Oh, and I wanted to tell you something here, guys. Careful with driving, because third house is driving and vehicle. Gemini also ruled by Mercury, which is vehicle. That is when Mars is going to retrograde over here. It could be something, like something with driving. So careful. Don't. It could involve something like, all right, I'm going to get a ticket because I'm very fast. But unfortunately, Mars could represent accidents as well. So just chill out and don't be impulsive. Thank you so much for listening. Check out my website, www.urbanwitch.org. See you next month. And I'm going to be ready in October, all the 2023 astrology forecast for every sign. Okay, bye.